Yeah. Way up.
Way up, way up. Listen, shout out to Plies again. It's Way Up. Jasmine Brand is here.
I'm not just any brand. I'm my own brand.
Yes. For doing that theme song. He needs to do one for Kamala Harris.
He's probably already on it. Plies, you hear that? Angela said
we need a theme song.
Yes.
For Kamala Harris.
Yep.
All right. Well, listen, you guys, a lot to talk about today. Mm-hmm. Of course, we'll be talking about what Kamala Harris had to say.
Okay.
Yesterday, she had some very good and valid points. Donald Trump, I don't think, wants to debate her.
He's probably shaking
at
his
this
boots.
point. So we'll see how his campaign is now going to pivot. But we do have some special guests today.
Okay.
Adrian Marcel is going to be joining us. And he's from the Bay Area.
I love the Bay.
He just put out a project that, by the way, is really good. It's nostalgic. You saw him in that DeBarge movie too.
Ah.
He was playing James DeBarge, who was the one that was married to Janet Jackson.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But people look at him as an emerging artist, but he's been around for a while already. But he'll be joining us today. But in the meantime, let's start the show off with some love and positivity. Let's shine a light. 800-292-5150. Call us up. Let us know who you want to shine a light on.
We gon' light the block up. I'ma shine. I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
All right, it's Way Up. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here.
Yes.
I'm not just any brand.
I'm my own brand.
And today I want to shine a light on somebody who is always doing things to help other people.
Okay.
And she's very consistent with her energy.
Mm-hmm.
And I do want to say, if she don't like something, she's very outspoken about that too.
I know that's right.
And that is our girl, Kenya Gibson, a.k.a. Coach Kenya. You can follow her on Instagram. But she works up here at iHeart, and she also has her own Me Turno podcast.
Okay.
That's all about empowering entrepreneurs, empowering women, empowering Black women.
Ooh, I love that.
She's a mom. She's a movement and mindset coach. And so I just want to encourage everybody, just to see how she's up here all the time. A lot of people work from home, but she is very here, very present.
Mm-hmm. And can we talk about how fly she always looks?
Yeah, and she does come into work every day, all put together.
Beat down, baby.
Very well. Always offering to help. But I'm actually doing an event with her.
Okay.
And that is all focused on helping people who have fibroids with USA Fibroid Center.
Oh.
And so, that is just something else that she's involved with helping other people as well. So shout out to you, Coach Kenya. Now, who do you guys want to shine a light on? 800-292-5150. Hey, Jordan.
Hi.
Hi, it's me and Jasmine. Who do you want to shine a light on?
I want to shine a light on my daddy.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 10.
Jordan, tell us about your daddy.
My dad is nice. Sometimes he's mean, but he's cool and he's funny.
Okay. What's your dad's name?
Don't say his name. Don't say his name.
He's like, you know where you messed up because you said sometimes he's mean.
Wait, I'm on the air?
Yep.
Can you tell New Mano I said hi?
Absolutely. And shine a light on your dad, who is going to remain anonymous. Thank you for calling, Jordan.
Hey, Dad.
And have a good day. Are you going to school?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Well, that was Shine a Light. And you know what? Let's keep this good energy going today. When we come back with Yeetie, we'll talk about this fund that has granted $230,000 to 2 Black founders, the Social Change Fund United. And that's Carmelo Anthony, Chris Paul, and Dwayne Wade. Okay? It's Way Up.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip.
Talk to me.
Angela's spilling that yee tea.
Talk to 'em.
All right, it's Way Up. I'm here. Jasmine Brand is here.
I'm not just any brand.
I'm my own brand.
And she got her sight back. You know what I'm saying? All right, now let's get into some Yeetie. Carmelo Anthony, Chris Paul, and Dwayne Wade. They have a fund that has granted $230,000 to 2 Black founders who are affecting social good. The Social Change Fund United. Now, the 2 organizations are Chicago-based, Gray Matter Experience, and the Los Angeles nonprofit All-Star Code to create the We Got Next program. So this was all announced through Ebony, and that's going to equip youth with tools to launch their own businesses and to serve 1,000 members in Black and Brown communities. And that is what the outlet is reporting. So congratulations. I think that is so important.
Yeah. We Got Next program. I like that.
I was like, when are we launching our fund?
That's exactly what you said.
and people are always like, why do you report it if you do something good? Because it does inspire other people who are like, I want to do something like that. So I love when people report the positive things that they're doing.
Okay, so let's do it by the end of the year. Let's just get it started. Okay.
All right, let's get it started.
All
right, young boy. Oh my gosh, he had his virtual court hearing, and this was in a northern Utah courtroom related to his ongoing prescription drug fraud case. So during the hearing, he's got the wildest fans.
Yes, they're diehard.
Well, they hacked the stream, and here's what it sounded like.
All right, so if there's an amendment to the charges that may result in another preliminary hearing.
Free YB, man. Free YB.
Everyone needs to stay muted. Okay.
Free YB.
All right. Mr. Galden's case has already been called. He's done with court today. For those of you interested, everyone keep yourselves muted.
Free YB.
Free YB.
Free YB. Shut up.
That's so funny.
Oh my gosh,
so disrespectful.
So they
to the
told
court
him to shut your BA up
and meant it
on the stream.
These fans don't play.
Oh
I found that out earlier today.
Yes, we did. We'll talk about it
later.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. Show no attention to certain things.
Okay.
All right. And 14 NBA teams are facing litigation for copyright infringement.
Mm-hmm.
And that is because they were using songs. I guess you have to get permission to actually use those songs in the NBA. So they actually exploited the copyrights by synchronizing the works with the videos, which are intended to promote defendants' commercial activities. And then these were on consumer-facing platforms. And those teams include the Knicks, the Magic, the Cavs, the Pacers, the Nuggets, the Timberwolves, the Hawks, Miami Heat, New Orleans Pelicans, 76ers, the Suns, pretty much everybody.
Yeah. This happens to us.
They do use music.
Yeah, everyone uses music, and you have to have permission. Mm-hmm. You have to pay for the rights.
Well, you know who did get permission? Vice President Kamala Harris.
Okay.
All right. During her first official visit to her campaign headquarters, she walked out to Beyonce's song Freedom. Now, according to CNN, they said the team got approval from Beyonce's reps to use the song throughout her presidential campaign.
Okay.
And Beyonce does have a very strict clearance guideline around her music.
Okay.
But they gave very quick approval to the campaign. And they said she got clearance just hours before she walked out to the song.
Love it.
Another win, baby.
Yep.
All right. Well, when we come back, we have About Last Night. That's where we discuss what we did last night.
Okay.
We were outside.
Yes, we were. Not inside.
Not inside, outside. All right. It's way up.
So, about last night. Here's how it went down.
Last night. It's way up. I'm here. Jasmine Brand is here.
Good morning, Angela.
We've been together since we were in Detroit over the weekend. So
Yes.
we've been rocking. Yesterday after the show, we were with Mano.
We were.
Mano's having some back issues. I feel like everybody's having back issues right now.
Yeah. I feel like we need to stretch more, right?
I think, and that is something that when I went to get acupuncture, they're like, you have to stretch every day.
Yep.
But it is a maintenance thing too. People look at massages as something that is a luxury, but also like you want to make sure your back doesn't get messed up.
You really believe in getting massages.
I do.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, I don't get them that often, maybe like once every couple of months.
Yeah.
But I do feel like it's necessary. A lot of us are sitting all the time. A lot of us are constantly looking down at our phones.
I know. I'm worried about our posture.
They said that the kids, as they're growing up, their neck is going to develop like looking down.
Listen, my daughter already has a phone and she's not even 3, so I'm concerned about that.
Wow, that's really early.
I know, it's not good. I'm not proud of it.
What?
She has her own number too.
What made you decide to do that?
It wasn't me, it was her dada. Her dad did that. Her dad got her a phone because when we're out and we want to, keep her preoccupied, we're at the restaurants and stuff, I give her her phone and she's cool. If
what
I don't,
did people do back in the day?
we took care of our kids and that's what we did. But now
it's like, take this iPad, kid.
In my defense, I don't do it all the time, but we do it sometimes. And she has her own phone. She has her own phone. Or she also has an iPad, so she has 2 devices.
Man, I don't have any kids, but I would tell you this. I was in the airport. Were you with me or outside the airport? There was a kid laying on the concrete,
I was with you.
on the ground.
Yeah.
And the mom was just letting him lay on the
the mom
dirty
also had
concrete.
other kids,
and she
too.
had 2 other. Oh yeah, that's right. We were waiting for a cab.
Yeah.
And sometimes people just be like, "This is too much."
Yeah, it was
Go
a
ahead,
lot.
lay on the ground.
She had a baby she was holding in the front. She had another one, and then she had homeboy laying on the ground.
I wanted to be like, "Do you need some help, ma'am?"
She's like, "You win." This little boy just won.
But anyway, we were walking to go have a drink at Avra,
Right.
and Mano had never been there before. While we were walking there, a guy in a motorized wheelchair made a beeline to almost run Mano over. I don't know what this was about.
He definitely was trying to run Mano over on the
Mano
sidewalk.
literally had to jump.
Here's the great thing. Mano wasn't even upset. Mano was like, only in New York.
That something like this happened. And then we took the train in today, me and Jasmine.
We did.
And we're on the train, and this woman is getting off the train, and she goes, Angela Yee and Jasmine Brand, the website that, what did she say?
The website that never reports anything positive about Nicki Minaj.
And she ran off the train.
She ran up. I was like, okay.
We were like, all right. Just report the
Listen, them bars don't play.
All right. Well, that was our experiences. That's about last night. But when we come back, I want to discuss something. And this was a big topic that we were talking about. Shannon Doherty, she recently passed away. She had cancer. She had breast cancer.
All right.
And she talked about what she wanted at her funeral and who she didn't want to attend. And I thought this was an interesting topic. She even discussed where she wanted her remains, how she wanted to die. These are things I haven't thought about. Like, when I die, do I want to be cremated? Like, what type of service do you want?
I've already thought about this for you, FYI.
Is there a list of people who you would not want to come to your funeral? Are these things that you guys think about? Call us up, 800-292-5150. We'll play the audio for you when we come back. It's Way Up.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Let's go. Yeah.
You are a media maven, right?
Ooh, you never know what Angie's gonna say.
Yeah, it's Way Up. I'm here. Jasmine Brand is here.
I'm not just any brand. I'm my own brand.
Yes.
And listen, I don't know, have you ever thought about your funeral or what's going to happen? Well, Shannon Doherty was talking before she passed away because she had breast cancer.
Right.
She was with her best friend, Chris Cortazzo, on her Let's Be Clear podcast. About her funeral, she wants it to be a party. She didn't want people to be sad. And I feel the same way.
Yes.
I want my funeral to be a celebration of life.
You want a good DJ at your funeral.
I need a DJ. I want it to be upbeat. I want it to be open bar, top shelf.
You need good food, and probably you want some edibles there for your guests, right?
I don't know about that because that gets people like feeling...
Oh, somber and reflective?
Yeah,
okay,
you don't
so
know how
maybe
that's going to hit people. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
But here's what she had to say, because she also has a list, and I never thought about this, of people who I don't want there.
Okay.
And there's a lot of people that I think would show up that I don't want there.
Right.
Like, I don't want them there because the reasons for showing up aren't necessarily the best reasons. Like, they don't really like me. And you know what? They have their reasons, and good for them. But they don't actually really like me enough.
People want to be seen.
Yeah, they want to be
at the
nosy.
scene.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? 800-292-5150. Do you have a list of people you don't want at your funeral? Hey, Kim.
Hi.
So we want to know, have you thought about who you don't want to come to your funeral? Is there a list?
Oh, yeah, there's a list. But very short. My list is my immediate family, which is my mother's kids, and stand them.
Your siblings?
Yes, them people.
You said my mother's kids?
Yes. She said them. Yes, them people.
Oh my God! So your mother's kids, and what else did you say?
That's it, just them.
Now, what is it about them that you don't want them at your funeral?
I just don't. They're not involved. Like my daughters, I have 3 daughters and a granddaughter. Not involved at all.
Okay.
They're like really haters. They're just disgusting to me. Like, I just realized a lot of stuff. They just really bad people.
All right. Well, look, she got her list. Well, thank you for calling, Kim.
No problem. Thank you.
She had that ready. They're not even her siblings. They're her mother's kids.
Her mother's kids.
Hey, Ty.
Hi, how are you?
Oh my gosh,
Hey,
you
Ty.
sound so cheerful. Now, and we're talking about funerals.
Right,
but
she's happy about it.
Is there anybody you don't want to come? Is there a list?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
It has my sister. My sister has a list.
Okay.
And the people who didn't mess with me in life should not mess with me in death.
Okay.
I think it's crazy that people who don't mess with you would want to come to your funeral.
Because they nosy.
I feel like they're just coming for a day off or to be known.
Yeah. And to be lit, like,
See who has on what.
Yep. It's a fashion show.
This is crazy.
I just don't like it. I have family members not invited to my funeral.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
yeah, so what happens if they try to come?
My sister will be at the door.
Security. Her sister gonna be security.
Basically, yes. And she'll be like, no, ma'am. No, sir.
Roughly how many people are on this not invited to your funeral list? Like, what number are you looking at?
Right now about 9.
Oh, that's not bad.
Okay. That's 9 people.
Let's keep it there. Let's not jump into the double digits.
All right. Well, thank you for calling. I can't believe people really have a list.
She's not.
She's not playing.
She's not.
Her sister has the list.
No,
That's
ma'am.
wild.
Person's gonna be like, no, ma'am.
All right. Well, thank you guys for calling. 800-292-5150. If you couldn't get through, you can still leave a message, and we'll hear your response about your funeral if there's a list of people who you don't want to be there. All right. When we come back, we have your Yeetie, and Chris Brown is now being sued for $50 million. We'll tell you what the incident was that led to this lawsuit. It's way up.
Oh, she about to blow the lid up off this pot.
Let's get it.
Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that yee tea.
Come and get the tea.
All right, it's way up. I'm here. Jasmine Brand is here.
I'm not just any brand.
I'm my own brand.
Getting some yee tea. First of all, shout out to Eminem.
Mm-hmm.
He now has the #1 album. Taylor Swift was actually in that #1 spot.
Wow.
Yeah, and he knocked her down.
Wow. Eminem still has it.
This is his 12th album, and I think it's his 11th #1 album. So congratulations to him. 281,000 equivalent albums for the death of Slim Shady. So congratulations.
You know what's cool? He can take a break and come back and still kill it.
Take a long break, as long as he wants.
Yep.
Taylor Swift's album, by the way, slipped to #4, but she had a 12-week streak at #1.
Okay. Swifties.
All right, Drewski is going to be launching his own comedy and music festival, the Coulda Fest, in Atlanta. So congratulations to him. The festival will be hosted by him and DC Young Fly.
Okay.
And there'll be live sketches and exclusive performances from Lil Baby, Kai Cenat, Soulja Boy, Waka Flocka. So I wonder how he feels about Kamala Harris supporters.
Oh, Lord, yeah. Okay.
Coming Young Jock, Young Dro, Roscoe Dash, Travis Porter, DJ Unk, Shot Boys, Young LA, and more.
I like that lineup.
He said in a statement, Coulda Fest won't be a traditional music and comedy festival. It's going to be a celebration of Atlanta's culture and a night full of hilarious sketches that bring us back to the special times in our city's music history.
Okay.
All right,
be a nice time.
Yeah, the event is going to be happening on September 7th at the State Farm Arena. So congratulations to him for that. And tickets actually start pre-sale tomorrow.
Ain't it cool how he started that whole as a joke? Yeah.
And then had a whole YouTube series. I met somebody at BET Awards that was actually a contestant.
Really?
On the show.
And you've interviewed him before too, Drewski.
Yes, Drewski came up here. All right, now Chris Brown has been sued for $50 million. It's not just him being sued, by the way, after an alleged assault of 4 concert goers backstage in Texas. This incident took place at one of his concerts last Friday. Here is CBS reporting.
Singer Chris Brown and his entourage now listed in a lawsuit after a fight this weekend at Dickies Arena in Fort Worth. So the lawsuit says several people were invited backstage after Saturday's concert. Brown and others, they say, are then accused of attacking the victims. At one point, the lawsuit states a chair was thrown at someone's head while others were hit in the face, the ribs, and the chest. Attorney Tony Busby says 4 men were beaten and at least 1 is still in the hospital. That lawsuit seeking damages of $50 million.
Oh, my goodness.
Throwing the chair is wild.
Yeah, and the complaint, which was first reported by TMZ and then Variety obtained it, says that before leaving, one of the concert goers, Charles Bush, approached Chris Brown to congratulate him on the show because they were invited backstage to meet Chris Brown.
Okay.
And one of the members of Chris Brown's entourage reminded him that that guy previously had issues with him. Oof. And Chris Brown allegedly said, "Oh, yeah, we were. What's up, N-word? I don't forget ish." And then according to this lawsuit, Chris Brown and 7 to 10 members of his entourage proceeded to assault him, punch him in the chest, and that hood boss picked up a chair and threw it at Bush's head. So the other people who are being sued are Live Nation, Cinco Siege, Hood Boss, and Yella Beezy.
He said, I remember you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we did have some issues
Sheesh.
before.
All right.
And, you know.
Allegedly.
Right. So according to their attorney, the plaintiff's attorney, nobody should have to endure what these clients endured, and they're going to seek the maximum amount of damages allowed by law for this egregious conduct.
$50 million. That's a lot.
All right. Well, that is your Yeetie. When we come back, we have Under the Radar. There's so many things that I want to talk about today that are happening in the news, but I think we're going to focus on Kamala Harris here, and I'm going to make sure that we get to all of these other stories that are really critical right now. But we'll talk about what she had to say and why, according to Kamala Harris, they not like us. Okay? It's way up.
Check the news. I got news.
This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
All right. Well, let's get ready for some Under the Radar. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here.
Yes.
And there's a lot going on, but we want to focus on Kamala Harris today, as she has been speaking. And a couple of quick things. Rest in peace to former President Jimmy Carter.
Absolutely.
He just passed away. He was 99 years old.
Ooh.
And the family did put out a statement and confirm that did happen.
Okay.
All right. Also, the Secret Service director, the one that was in charge with Donald Trump's security,
right,
lacks substantial answers to what happened to the security failures that led to his attempted assassination. So she has resigned. That's
Okay.
Kimberly Cheadle. She's the U.S. Secret Service director, formerly now. And she did say that she resigns with a heavy heart and made a difficult decision to leave the agency and doesn't want her departure to distract agents from their mission.
Okay.
All right, now let's talk about Kamala Harris and her campaign. Donald Trump was tweeting at Kamala Harris. You have the tweets? Oh, no. Okay. Well, basically, he was calling her dumb.
Yeah.
And saying all kinds of sexist, misogynist things
Absolutely,
about her.
Yeah. Last night, yeah.
But here is what Kamala Harris had to say as she spoke.
As a young prosecutor, when I was in the Alameda County District Attorney's Office in California, I specialized in cases involving sexual abuse. Donald Trump was found liable by a jury for committing sexual abuse. As Attorney General of California, I took on one of our country's largest for-profit colleges and put it out of business. Donald Trump ran a for-profit college, Trump University, that was forced to pay $25 million to the students it scammed.
Yeah. And listen, it didn't stop there. She was listing all the things that show the right side of things that she was on, because there's a lot of misinformation, and the things that Donald Trump has done. Here's what else she had to say.
As district attorney, to go after polluters, I created one of the first environmental justice units in our nation. Donald Trump stood in Mar-a-Lago and told big oil lobbyists he would do their bidding for a $1 billion campaign contribution. During the foreclosure crisis, I took on the big Wall Street banks and won $20 billion for California families, holding those banks accountable for fraud. Donald Trump was just found guilty of 34 counts of fraud.
All right. So let's be clear on what the difference is. And I have to tell everybody to make sure you look at Project 2025 and what the plan is if Donald Trump does become president, what they are planning to do. That's why you cannot allow something like that to happen. In addition to that, Kamala Harris has raised $81 million. All right. That's a huge deal. That's a presidential donation record.
That's a
$81
lot.
million in 24 hours since Biden dropped out and endorsed her.
This is so exciting, yo.
All right. I know what I'll be doing. All right. Well, that is your Under the Radar. Now, we have the Way Up Mix at the top of the hour. Plus, we have from the Bay Area, Adrian Marcel is going to be joining us. And he's got some amazing things to talk about since he first got signed to where he is now as an amazing independent artist. It's Way Up.
Way Up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way Up.
It's Way Up, and I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here.
I'm not just any brand, I'm my own brand.
Let's get right into this Yee Tea. So earlier, we gave a rest in peace to Jimmy Carter.
Right.
Well, apparently that was a death hoax. Somebody did a whole entire fake letter, and a lot of news reports and outlets did pick this up.
Right.
But now the Carter Center has confirmed that the reports were false and that Jimmy Carter is still alive.
Why would someone do that?
99 years old. I have no idea. Okay. All right. Moving on. Let's talk about this shooting of Sonia Massey, which has been awful and disgusting to see. There's video, a 36-minute body cam footage that shows the escalation that led to Deputy Sean P. Grayson fatally shooting Sonia Massey inside of her home. Okay. Now, they were responding to her call about a possible intruder.
Okay.
She called 911. And they're telling her what to do. They asked her to move this pot of boiling water. And I know a lot of people will find it very difficult to watch this footage. So I'm giving you that warning. But here is some and she was doing everything the officers told her to do.
Where you going? Huh? Where you going? Away from your hot steaming water. Away from my hot steaming water? Yeah. I would rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. You better not. I swear to God, I'll shoot you right in your face.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right. Ooh, I can't listen to that part. But anyway, they told her to move this boiling pot. They didn't want the house to catch on fire.
Right.
And they were just laughing, making, and I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I guess he didn't like that. Mm-hmm. And that's what made him fire at her 3 times, including a fatal shot to her head.
Oh my gosh.
Awful. But they did have the footage of this. Now, Sean P. Grayson has pleaded not guilty to charges of first-degree murder, aggravated battery, and official misconduct, and he is in custody without bail. But this video was released yesterday on the Illinois State Police's YouTube channel, and there's a national outrage right now.
Right.
Ben Crump has spoken on it and said that when people see this footage, they are going to be absolutely disgusted and horrified.
Yeah.
And we are, and our condolences go out to her family. She didn't do anything wrong for that police officer to shoot and kill her.
I'm so glad that there's footage. So glad.
Yeah, but so sad that they have to see that. And
absolutely.
And I did see, since we're about to talk about this, former NBA player Nick Young is calling out Team USA for continuing to play amidst this news. He said, so the police shot and killed a 36-year-old black lady holding a pot because she said, I rebuke you in Jesus' name, and we out here playing for USA.
Interesting. Okay.
And speaking of playing for USA, a lot of people were disappointed by Gilbert Arenas' comments when our team did just barely win. I think it was 101-100 against South Sudan. And they posted some of Gilbert Arenas' remarks on TikTok. Here's what he said.
Almost lost to some Africans. We almost lost to the tribe. This is crazy. Man, Embiid over there, goddamn throwing the game. He throwing the game for his cousins and we're supposed to be losing to air up there. Come on, man. Cool Runnings? We're not supposed to lose to the Cool Runnings team. They don't even have shoes. They get their shoes from America. We got to ship them shoes. They don't even have basketball rims, though. Manu Bull, I seen he had to walk, an hour and a half to go shoot basketball. We losing to people who don't even, they got baskets in the back. They shooting on peach baskets in dirt, no shoes.
Not funny. And Joel Embiid actually responded to this when he was asked about what he thought about the comments. He hadn't heard all of it, but he said it was disappointing. Okay. And that especially at a time like this, to be making comments like that. All right. Well, that is your Yeetie. And I just want to point out a Jasmine Brand exclusive. Gloria Govan is allegedly going to be appearing on Basketball Wives, and Laura Govan is returning.
The sisters.
Yes, the sisters. And they also said that Royce Reed is also said to be returning to Basketball Wives, if anybody watched it originally.
Yeah.
All right, well, that is your Yeetie. When we come back, we have Ask Yee, 800-292-5150. Call us up. Any question you have, Jasmine and I are here to help. 800-292-5150.
Everybody whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts. So you should know. This is Ask Yee.
What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here.
I'm here.
And it's time for you guys to ask a question. Now, today we have a voicemail because, we do take voicemails.
Right.
And if you ever want to leave a voicemail, 800-292-5150 is the number. Or you can always go on the app and click that little microphone in the corner and leave a message that way. Now, today, here is the question.
Okay, Angela, so I need some advice. It's my man's birthday next month, and we're pretty open sexually with everything else except for he wants a threesome, and I don't want to do it. So what do you think I should do? I'm also Jamaican, so I'm just like, that kind of is taboo in my culture. So what do you think?
All right, she's Jamaican and does not want to have a threesome.
But can you give me some context to being Jamaican, and is a little bit more conservative sometimes sexually, or?
Definitely.
Okay.
They also don't do certain things like oral. And,
gotcha. Okay.
And by the way, they do, but a lot of them just don't publicly do that.
Act like it. Okay.
All right, so my thing is this. If you don't want to do something in the bedroom, don't do it.
Yeah.
Now, if it's something that you're interested in and you're like, okay, I would, I'm not sure, I would try that.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with trying something. Mm-hmm. But I will say this, the fact that she says she's Jamaican, I wasn't sure if it was, a lot of times I think we grow up with these different taboos.
Yeah.
that you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do that, and it closes you off to wanting to do something because you feel like it's wrong because you were told it was wrong.
Right. And she did say, I don't want to do it, but then she said, I am Jamaican. So you're saying maybe it's because she's Jamaican that she, isn't as open.
Like, are there things that you grew up thinking were bad?
Yeah, and I ended up doing them. So
and enjoying them.
And everything was okay.
But if it's I don't want to do it because I don't want to do it, then don't. But if it's I don't want to do it because I'm not supposed to do it, but deep down I kind of want to.
Right, I want to try it out.
Then, you never know. But I do feel like I've heard a lot of threesome horror stories where relationships do end up getting damaged
and at times
from it.
And at times I feel like women do it because sometimes their guy wants to do it. Yeah, and they're really not interested.
And I do think, ladies, if y'all want to do a threesome, or it should be because you want to, not because he does.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the times I've seen it work is when it's been the woman that wanted to do it and initiated it.
Yeah.
Because we've heard stories of women who were like, I thought I would do this to please my man.
Yeah.
And then it didn't work out because there's no pleasing him. Now you've crossed a boundary and it's hard to go back.
Then there's more he wants to do.
Right. But then I've also known women who are like,
love it here.
I want to do this and I want us to have a woman move in with us. And so to each his or her own.
Yeah.
But my advice is, if it makes you uncomfortable, don't do it. If you're a little curious, it's something to consider.
Yeah, think about
and then
it.
you have to set some clear rules for yourself. But just know threesomes in particular, because it involves somebody else who you cannot control.
Right.
And emotions that you also cannot control is a little bit riskier than anything else.
Yep. I agree.
All right. Well, that was your Ask Yee. 800-292-5150. If you couldn't get through, we can always take your message that way. And when we come back, we have a special guest joining us. R&B season from the Bay Area. We have Adrian Marcel. And you're going to love his story of resilience, everything that he's been through in his relationship, how his career affected his relationship, taking a step back. But he's been acting. You saw him in the Bobby DeBarge story. And he's got a new project out right now. It's Way Up.
Look.
Yeah, what's happening?
You want to know my name?
Way Up with Angela Yee.
Turn me on.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and I am here today with somebody who I personally really like. Adrian Marcel is in the building.
What's happening?
This album is R&B.
R&B season.
R&B
baby.
season. So what is exactly R&B? It's a little different than R&B.
It's a little different from R&B. You know what I mean? I feel like everywhere around the world, there's a way they R&B. You know what I'm saying? If you even here, New York has a way that they R&B. You know what I'm saying? Chicago has a way of R&B. LA, Atlanta, you know what I mean? And me and Sonny B, my partner in crime with this, we sat back and wanted to figure out what is the way to Bay does R&B. You know what I'm saying? And you just said it earlier, you know what I'm saying? You look, y'all talk different, y'all move different, you feel me? Especially how y'all take on women and everything, the whole get down. So, it's a blend of hyphy, it's a blend of traditional R&B, you know what I'm saying? But it's the lyrics, it's raw, the lingo, like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe. You feel me? AOB, if you know, you know what I'm saying? But it's just our culture.
What does AOB stand for?
If I'm gonna be, more simple about it, all on the baddie. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, all on the. You feel me?
See, that's what I was just saying.
I'm trying to be polite because she just said she don't want to hear too many. So it's all on the. You feel me?
When I was in the Bay and they would like, bitch, and I'm like, okay, guys, enough with the,
I don't want to be one of these now. Please.
But then I also feel like you do have to understand, like, culturally what people, how they speak and the lingo and what it's like when you go to different areas.
You gotta understand, like, the women in the Bay, man, they not like everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? You'll have the prettiest women and they will, you know what I'm saying, go stupid on you. You know what I'm saying? Go get just as hyphy. You know what I'm saying? So again, like, the way we love is different. If you're not from there, if you don't understand the culture and you walk up on, you know what I mean, two people having a conversation, you might think this being disrespectful. You might, you know what I'm saying? But it's just our culture. It's the way that we love. It's the way that we speak and talk. And we're putting our culture into the music. I feel like, R&B needs, it's free for you to keep refreshing it and giving your own perspectives of it. You know what I'm saying? So for us, we felt like we've been missing more of that male representation for R&B in the Bay.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got the women who holding it down. You got the Kaylanis, the Hers, the Keisha Coles, the Jane Hancocks, man. There's so many out there doing it. And for us, it's like, man, we want to bring more light to the male R&B that comes from the Bay Area, and we want to stamp it. You know, it started with the Jay Valentines. You know what I'm saying? You had
I saw you pulled up on them on their show
man,
too.
come on, that's my boy,
yeah.
man. That's Big Bruh. You feel me? Him and Tank, and it's really dope to get the stamp from him because he's kind of the first person to use the term, you know, and show respect that at the same time. Like me and SB, you know, we're looking at it like it's time to take it further though. We've had moments where you've heard R&B, you've heard, you know, I just want to you right here. You feel me? You've heard I can't stand you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You've heard these R&B moments. You feel me? But now it's like, nah, we taking it to the next level. We got 250 plus.
Yeah.
And we saying, here go the first 6 for you to get accustomed to it.
So you said you're doing 3 EPs, right?
We're gonna do 3 EPs that come into an album, you know, just so that, you know, how people digest music is a lot different now. You know, it can come and go very fast, but at the same time, you can get left behind if you're moving too slow. So it's just that medium of just saying, hey, we have all these records. We're not finna sit on them, you know what I mean? Because we don't have to.
Right.
But at the same time, we want to make sure you get it in pieces.
You gotta
so
feed
you can
people.
Digest it.
Feed the
Keep
people.
coming back. I don't want to give you everything because you're gonna be full. You know what I mean? So it's just
I don't want you to starve, but I want you to be like, I love it here.
Hello. Come on.
Adrian Marcel is here. You can watch him on the Bobby DeBarge story playing James DeBarge, but also get his new EP that's out right now, R&B Season. We have more with him when we come back. It's Way Up.
Yeah, what's happening? You want to know my name? Way Up with Angela Yee. Turn me on.
What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee, and available right now, R&B Season, Adrian Marcel. He's in the building. Well, let's flash back now since we're, since we're doing all this. Let's flash back to when we first met, because that was when you first signed your deal.
Republic, yeah.
Yeah, at Republic, and I'll never forget because it was such an amazing performance and experience. It was a rooftop party.
Yeah.
And I actually hosted, that event, and they were like, we have this new artist, and we want you to come and, whatever. And I was like, he's amazing.
Oh man, I appreciate that.
You
always show love too, yeah.
So it's interesting when I see articles that'll be like rising R&B star, and I'm like, he's been out.
No, let him say that. It's all good.
So I want to know what that's like for you, because that's been like, over 10 years.
Yeah. I mean, I look at it like a blessing, man. It's dope that you can still be here after 10 years and for them to still look at you like fresh, rising. You know what I mean? That's dope, because some people they could be saying washed up. They could be saying, oh, you feel me, outdated, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But
irrelevant,
exactly.
Those are the worst words.
Who is this? You know what I'm saying? But for me, it's dope because, coming from the labels, I got to learn a lot. I got to see how the business goes. I got to see how they work, the good and the bad and the ugly. Right. A lot of people don't leave that situation and get the opportunity to rebuild themselves, you know what I mean, and come back better. When I met Sonny B in 2020, it was me coming off of the COVID thing, you know what I'm saying, really taking a step back. Before that, trying to figure out who I wanted to be as an artist independently, how to go about that, the struggles of learning that, you know what I'm saying? But it was like taking that step back and saying, all right, hold on, I need to completely recalibrate, completely revamp, you know what I'm saying, what it is I'm looking to do. And we had that conversation, like it can't be about Adrian Marcel trying to come back. It had to be more about like putting the bay on. It had to be about what was the foundation, why, you feel me? And that's where the R&B came into play. It's like we want to create something for the soil, you know what I mean? So if it was just about Adrian Marcel coming back, then we'd be focused on just making one record and trying to blow it up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? For us, it became about, no, we need a new catalog. We need to create a new universe that is Adrian Marcel, that is R&B, that is the Bay Area sound. You feel me? So it's dope that I had that ability. I had the people that were placed in front of me to help me build that. My team is incredible.
I saw y'all be celebrating every win, that's always my thing too. You see something happen, I be like,
come on. It's
like celebrate.
Hey, but you learn in this business, in the industry, you get taught to like not celebrate small wins, because you know what I'm saying. It's like, at least for me, little things was like, man, we ain't did none of that. No, you can't celebrate that. That's nothing. You feel me? But it's like, nah, it's something. A lot of people don't get to accomplish in this business. You know, it takes a lot to see through the concrete. You know what I mean? So for us to be able to have little wins, man, oh, Billboard talking about me again. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, we on the way up. You know what I'm saying? Like we Angela Yee is chopping it up with, man, that's big wins for somebody who is independent, who's already had a shot and is able to come back and say, okay, I can look brand new though.
Yeah,
you
no.
know what I'm saying?
I mean, because honestly, like, you've always had solid projects. It's a sound that I like.
Yeah.
And initially, you had the stamp from Raphael Sadiq,
Yeah,
too,
for
who
sure,
I always have been a big fan of,
Yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
as well. So, but that's a lot, because I think early on, too, you really burst it out.
Man,
and sometimes
yeah.
that's hard.
That's
too.
scary. That's scary. You have to really keep that up. You know what I mean? Like, people don't realize, like, I've always respected artists like, when you think about Mary J. Blige, like somebody like her, she didn't just come out the gate and just kill. You know what I'm saying? It's like every project, every album got better and better and better, and you got to grow with her. You know what I'm saying? To where she's this legend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even the Tony's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Every time they dropped, it got better and better. And so for me, it's like to come out, you have these big stamps, you own one of the biggest labels that it is to be on, and you know it just pops.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wale, The Dream. Is
Man, it's like it's just going. You feel me? And again, that could really up an artist's mental. You know what I'm saying? To go from that to now people ain't answering the phone. Now they not with you like that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it really took a lot of me being like, man, I gotta get back to my confidence, get back to the whole reason I even got there in the first place. Come on.
Well, Adrian, I appreciate you so much for everything that you do.
Yeah.
You know, you came out to Angela Yee Day and
Yeah.
represented for me. I
Yeah.
really, people were so excited to see you. So,
Yeah.
and they would tell like, damn, how you get Adrian Marcel? I was like, listen, I don't know how it happened.
She got
but
she the plug. What you mean?
I appreciate you, and congratulations for this and for being in the space that you're in right now.
Yeah.
I think that's so important for everybody to see.
Yeah.
You know what you've managed to accomplish. It's not a small thing.
Come on.
All right. Well,
Thank you for having me, man. Appreciate everybody listening. Go get that R&B season right now. Not NASCAR fast.
Go bip
NASA. Yeah, go bip your nearest DSP. You feel me? And stream that. You feel me? Hello.
You can watch that full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up With Yee. And when we come back, you guys have the last word.
Pick up the phone.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
All right, it's Way Up. I'm here. Jasmine Brand is here.
I'm not just any brand. I'm my own brand.
What a day we had today. Thank you to everybody for calling. You know, we had spoken earlier about what you would want your funeral to be like, and if there would be people who weren't allowed to come.
Right. Hilarious, by the way.
Yeah, people really have a list of people who cannot come to their funeral.
I gotta respect it.
Yeah. And that's all up for Shannon Doherty, who unfortunately passed, but she had breast cancer and she talked about it on a podcast. She knew she wanted her ashes to be with her, mixed in with her dog.
That's different.
I think, and her father, she said.
Okay.
All right, and also thank you to Adrian Marcel from the Bay Area for coming through today. He has an independent project that's out right now, R&B Season.
I love that.
Make sure
I
you
love that
guys
title.
Check that out. You'll like the album too. It's a very nostalgic type of feel. It's the type of R&B that we love.
Okay.
All right, but of course, you guys, we enjoy rocking with you every single day. And here you go with the last word.
I don't have anybody that's not allowed to my funeral. The only thing I have is I just need my baby daddy to sit on the back wing. I had a conversation with somebody, and I said he wasn't allowed at all, but then they made me feel bad, so he could just sit on the back row. But they were trying to make him hold my casket and carry it, and we're not doing that.
Going way up, turn up with Angela Yee.